Good afternoon, beautiful people. It's an honor to see all you wonderful students. It's also great to see all of our proud parents and families here with us today. Students, before we start, please give a big round of applause to your families that are here today. My name is Rigo Sargent, Assistant Principal for Eleanor Roosevelt High School. And I am glad to be with you today in person and not virtual. Well, class of 2022, we've made it through another school year. At the start of September 2021, we did not know what to expect. We've been through a lot, from all the in-school tasks, college applications, essays, regents, finals, and AP exams, just to name a few. We have also witnessed so many events outside of school, from national tragedies, fights for equality, and the ongoing COVID pandemic. Did I mention COVID? And in the midst of all these uncertainties, you all have succeeded and strived for greatness. As a school, we have been grateful to see your talents shine bright. From city and state championships, beautiful displays of activism, passion for your careers, dialogue on how to shape our future for the better, and care for the world and our fellow human beings. All that makes me know our future is in great hands. I believe in you, class of 2022. It has been an honor to teach you, talk with you, and be your assistant principal. This group is so resilient, just like our own R.J. Straussman's wrist. And as strong as Hudson Matarasso. Class of 2022, are you ready to get this graduation party started? All right. I'm glad to be your DJ, VJ, guest host, spinning on your ones and twos for the proceedings this evening. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. taller. And now for our first student address, where we're going to welcome to the stage a scholar, a gentleman, and one heck of a dodgeball competitor, Alexander Reed.
Thank you, Mr. Sargent. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon to our faculty, teachers, family, friends, and especially good afternoon to our graduates. It goes without saying that you deserve more than just a congratulations for your achievements in the past 4 years. You have not merely worked your way here, but triumphed over every obstacle that has gotten in your way. And most impressively, you have emerged victorious over the crucible that is masked learning. But I'll say it anyways. To our graduating class of 2022, congratulations. I'd like to, for a moment, if I may, take us back a bit. I'd like to take us back to the first weeks as high school students, fresh out of summer, ready to take our math diagnostic tests. Remember when we thought that was the hardest test we've ever taken? For the students who answered no, I hope Mr. G's AP Calculus class has taught you a valuable lesson in humility. Remember our dance performances in gym class, where we all shamelessly did the YMCA because to do anything more would cause us to die of embarrassment? I digress. Are you picturing that, students? We've all grown since then. It might be true that you've grown, or it might be true that you realized a favorite sweater was due for a fashion retirement. What is true for all of us, though, is that we were scared. The culture, the classes, the teachers, all new. And for many of us, the new was something we had hoped to avoid. What it is that makes the new so macabre, I do not know. I do know, however, that many of us, in response to this new, dimmed our passions, honed in on a subject, and looked for a path. And maybe didn't do the exploring that we really wanted to do. I do wonder how your classes and clubs would have changed if we had stepped outside of our comfort zones. For the next part of your academic journey or life, please, and I do say this next part with complete respect, please, get lost. Please, get lost in that niche interest. Go on that deep dive through the web and the library. Please, get lost in the club that piqued your ears, even if it might have nothing to do with your career. Please, ask that question that keeps you staring at the ceiling at night. Do not let a feeling of uncertainty or newness make you doubt yourself. That path that you're looking for is the one that you are making for yourself right now. But above all, don't let a feeling of uncertainty doubt yourself. It is in those low moments that you forget who you are, a star debater, a brilliant mathematician, or a basketball state champion. You will be told today that this is an end of a chapter. It is unfortunate that this chapter ends on a bit of a cliffhanger. But good news, the rest of the book is blank. I have no doubt that every student in this room will continue their adventure and close off their book with pride. Again, congratulations to the graduating class of 2022, and I hope you all get lost on this journey, even if just a little bit.
Another round of applause for Mr. Charlie Stone. And now for our second student address this afternoon. Welcome to the stage, the smart, talented Eiffel Tower recreator in French class, Julia Wisniewski.
Thank you, Mr. Sargent, and good afternoon, everyone. In Miss Fink's college English class this year, after the conclusion of our Hamlet unit, we spent a few weeks reading a spin-off piece called Rosencrantz and Guildenstern Are Dead. The absurdist play definitely deviated from the traditional literature I've read throughout my high school career. It was unpredictable, full of non sequiturs, and often irrational. As with most literature, though, absurdism provides a lens through which we can try to analyze, interpret, and understand the real world. It explores subjective feelings about existence, and it questions the meaning of life. Through small group discussions and fishbowl conversations about the play, our class established that Guildenstern was a rigid character. He insisted on reasoning, rationalizing, and explaining every event in his life, regardless of whether he had any control over the situation. His desperate need to make sense of things that just didn't make sense accomplished nothing. Rosencrantz, by contrast, was more of a go-with-the-flow kind of guy. He was certainly still curious about the world around him, but he understood that he could save himself a lot of stress and aggravation if he would just accept that some things are out of his control. Coming into Elro, I was definitely more like Guildenstern. I thought that every event needed a reason, an explanation, and a purpose. Everything needed to be planned, and every task needed to be perfect. But very quickly, I learned that things are often a lot more fun if you sit back and let them unfold naturally. Every person, place, and event will surprise you. Rosencrantz realized that in order to enjoy his life to the fullest, he shouldn't try to control things, but rather revel in the absurdity of his situation. I implore all of you to do the same. The absurdity of situations at Elro is one of my favorite things about this school, and it has created many of my fondest memories. I firmly believe that at no other school would a history class have paused in the middle of a lesson about Aztec culture to debate whether corn belongs in corn tortillas. In no other college English class would we have listened to lo-fi Viking music, which does apparently exist. And at no other economics class would conversations about future job prospects have devolved into the suggestion of becoming a groundskeeper to enjoy the therapeutic properties of lawn mowing. The random, funny, absurd moments. That's what we're going to remember. Now, though, I want to be clear about something. Reveling in absurdity doesn't mean turning a blind eye to issues impacting our community. In fact, I'm proud of how passionate our grade is in advocating for change. From discussions in clubs and classes to actions such as sit-ins and walkouts, our grade has proved itself to be socially conscientious and extremely committed to creating a better future. Even as we continue advocating for improvements to make sure that we, our school, our community, and our world are the best that they can be, it's also important to appreciate all that we have while it's still here. Looking back, Ramapo, chem labs at 3 in the morning, planning, replanning, and then further replanning events on our grade ride group me were always entertaining, always absurd, and all created amazing memories. Maybe someone will present a Spanish project in an inflatable dinosaur costume. Maybe your teacher will move into your building. Maybe the vice principal will have to go over the loudspeaker during a shelter in place to tell people to stop ordering Uber Eats because delivery people aren't allowed into the building. Maybe your chemistry class will turn into a cooking class. Maybe the gym ceiling tiles will pop out when you play volleyball. Or maybe the bell schedules will constantly change. Do you remember all of the Zoom bell schedules? Nothing's out of the question. Contrary to my belief when I first entered LRO 4 years ago, not everything needs to be perfectly logical. As it would appear, life, just like absurdist literature, is actually just unpredictable, full of non sequiturs, and often irrational. As we get ready to leave LRO, having grown as much socially as we have academically, I once again implore you all to revel in the absurdity. Accept whatever comes, and, if you can, laugh about it. It'll make for some great memories. Thank you, and congratulations, LRO Class of 2022.
It's right before my eyes and I can take it if it's what I want to do. I am leaving and this is starting to feel like it's right before my eyes and I can taste it. It's my sweet beginning and I can tell just what you want. You don't want to be alone. You don't want to be alone. I can't say it's what you know, but you know it the whole time. Yeah, you know it the whole time. Maybe next year I'll have no time to think about the questions to address. Am I the one to try to stop the fire? I wouldn't test you, I'm not the best you could have attained. Why try anything? I will get there. Just remember, I know that I can tell just what you want. You don't want to be alone. You don't want to be alone. And I can't say it's what you know, but you know it the whole time. Yeah, you know it the whole time. I can tell just what you want. You don't want to be alone. You don't want to be alone. And I can't say it's what you know, but you know it the whole time. Yeah, you know it the whole time.
And now, for our faculty address, we're going to turn our attention to a special video presentation.
Good afternoon, Eleanor Roosevelt High School, families, faculty and staff, and graduates. I'm Jennifer Legal, also known as Miss Hinchy, and it's an honor to be part of the celebration today. It's wonderful that you are all able to gather together this year with the festivities that this occasion deserves. I wish that I could be with you there today, but I'm very happy that I get to participate, and at least I have my tiny audience here. Congratulations to the parents, families, and friends in the audience today. As I look at my infant son, I can't imagine how special it must feel to celebrate at his high school graduation. This is your moment too. Enjoy it. And thank you for all the support over the years. I'm really going to miss those Cook family holiday cookies this year. And when the Levines come to parent-teacher conferences and say, "We know Lindsay's doing great, let's talk about Paris." Well, it's so fun. Congratulations to the ERHS faculty and staff, my friends. Especially my best teacher friend, Tony Cassiopo, a teacher so dedicated that he shows up to school when there are no students, and sometimes no heats. You make me proud to have chosen this profession. This school year brought unique challenges, and yet all of you find ways to provide support and a sense of community. I hope you enjoy a well-deserved summer break, and I'll be stalking your social media to see what you're up to. Most importantly, congratulations to the graduating class of 2022. You have worked so hard to make it to this day, and I am so proud of you. In the spirit of graduation, I want to share some life lessons that I've learned from you over the years. Check in on people and take the time to make everyone feel included, like Abby. Don't just do what everyone tells you. Question things, like Gavin. And when times get tough, believe in yourself and find the ability to persevere, like Falu. We share something in common in that after many years at Elro, we're both leaving this year. My husband and I decided that we would relocate to Paris, France after our son was born. So on February 16th, when I decided to go to the hospital just in case, and they said, "This baby is coming right now," I soon realized how fast it was all over. I wish that I could have said goodbye to you in person, but you've likely realized by now that life doesn't always go the way you plan. But in spite of the sudden exit, you made me so happy with your well wishes, cards, and even baby gifts. Jennifer Stalick turned her classroom into a baby shower and bought Lewis enough Yankee gear for a lifetime. Dimitri Saliani turned one of our staff meetings into a cake party, and Patrick Curran showed up at my apartment on moving day to wish us well. So for my last lesson, I want to remind you that your time at Eleanor Roosevelt High School doesn't end when you pick up that diploma. We are a community, and despite the distance, we are here for each other. You have all the tools that you need now to move on to the next chapter, but we are always just an email or a 7-hour flight away. I miss you, and I wish you a wonderful graduation day.
Next, we want to welcome to the stage with remarks and presentation of the valedictorian and salutatorian, Assembly Member Rebecca C. Wright.
Hello, everyone. Let's give a big shout out to the graduating class of 2022. I just drove back from our state capital in Albany, and I have to tell you, there is no more beautiful sight in the whole wide world than Albany in the rearview mirror. I am here today to share in this celebration and your very important accomplishments, and I am here to offer a bit of advice as you travel along life's journeys. In adversity, you were challenged in ways that no one could ever have imagined 4 years ago when you first passed through the doors on 76th Street. You faced a worldwide pandemic, but you persisted, you prevailed. Today you stand before us prepared for new challenges. That is really what education is all about. Celebrate, yes, but also savor the time. As much as possible, embrace and appreciate all you have achieved and all you remember with gratitude, those who helped you make this day possible. And graduates, remember, today you finally put Italian Village Pizza behind you. Today you finally put behind you getting to school on time. Let's have a big round of applause for your outstanding principal, Dimitri Saliani. For your assistant principal, Rigo Sargent. And for all the dedicated faculty and staff of the great Eleanor Roosevelt High School. For the devoted members of the Parents Association led by co-presidents Michelle Samaral and Gina Robertson. And most especially for the mothers and the fathers and the family and the friends. I'm proud to have supported your school over the years with grant money for upgrades in your technology and am dedicated to continuing to give your school grant money and additional funds from the state. I want to just thank you. I believe in public education and raised my 2 children through the public school system here on the Upper East Side. And I just want to, in summary, say that 2 of Eleanor Roosevelt's many wise sayings stand out as complimentary. After all, Eleanor not only dreamed of a better world, she dedicated her life to that goal. She said, "The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams," but added, "Nothing has ever been achieved by the person who says it can't be done." Believe in yourself, believe in your dreams. It can be done. And if you need an internship, remember to call my office. Thank you. And now it's my honor to announce and sash the valedictorian and salutatorian. The salutatorian of the graduating class of 2022 is Julia Wisniewski. And for the valedictorian of the 2022 graduating class, Rachel Berman.
One more round of applause for the Cook twins. Beautiful. All right. So this next person coming to the stage needs no introduction. It's the partner in crime. He told me to say this. The Starsky to my Hutch. The Lucy to my Ethel. The Danny DeVito to my Arnold Schwarzenegger. The man with 1,000 stories, and he has one more to tell you before you go. Without further ado, Mr. Dimitri Saliani.
You know, it's funny. When I interviewed Rigo over Zoom last year, we were supposed to have an interview for 30 minutes, and it was going reaching an hour, and I'm like, okay, this is good. He goes, I'm 6'8", and I said, that'll be fun in the hallways when we walk together. It's fun here too. So, good afternoon and welcome, families, friends, and colleagues, to the 2022 Eleanor Roosevelt High School commencement ceremony back here at the beautiful Kaufman Concert Hall at the 92nd Street Y. My name is Dimitri Saliani, and I'm the proud principal of Eleanor Roosevelt High School. Commencement marks the completion of one stage of your life, not just high school, but your adolescence, leading you to commence the next stage, not only higher learning, but adulthood. Today is a milestone in your lives, and I hope there are many, many more ahead of you. Attaining milestones is not work we do alone. There are many others that share in our accomplishments and achievements. Today we share this moment with people in this room and far beyond. From your classmates to your families, friends, teachers, coaches, advisors, and those that you may have lost along the way. Please take a moment to think about all the special people in your lives that share in this moment. Will all the members of the class of 2022 please rise and turn to the audience? I'd like to start with your families, parents, guardians, grandparents, siblings, and other loved ones. You have nursed, nurtured, raised, and supported these talented graduates throughout their lives. Today, we also recognize you for your role in this monumental day. The education of this class began in your homes, and from the very beginning of their lives, you taught them their first words and their earliest lessons. Your active involvement continued throughout their formal education. Nobody expected how active, however, starting in the spring of 2020. In fact, many of the family members here earned a handful of Eleanor Roosevelt High School credits, so you can see Mr. D'Amico to update your transcripts at the end of the commencement. But joking aside, your involvement has been vital to their success and achievement, and we thank you. Would all the parents, guardians, grandparents, and family members please rise and be recognized? Thank you. You may be seated. Not the students. I want to thank our amazing PTA. Our PTA has always been there to support us in a variety of ways, seen and unseen. We are appreciative of you. Many of the parents of this class have been active and gave their time to better our school. A special thanks to parents of this year's graduates, Beth Hirschhorn, Karen Magon, and Johnny Celestin, and to all the other parents who have been active at Elro. Would all past and present members of the PTA Executive Board and school leadership team please stand and be recognized? This class arrived in September of 2018, and since that time, our dedicated faculty and staff worked tirelessly throughout the past 4 years. I want to thank them individually and collectively for all they do year after year to enrich the experience of our students. It is your daily commitment to your discipline, and especially to our youth, your perseverance and enthusiasm to educate them through both success and setbacks. You have challenged them to meet their potential. You are up and running in March 2020 virtually after our quick tutorial on Zoom in 2 days, continuing their education while some of you held your own children on your laps while teaching. Co-teaching redefined. You have planted seeds of interest from humanities to the social sciences to STEM to SEL that hopefully will lead to these graduates to contribute to these important fields. You have planned engaging lessons, worked collaboratively with your peers, taken feedback and implemented it into your practice. You have led advisory class, been in charge of a myriad of clubs and PSAL teams, and worked hard to pursue our school-wide goals and mission, and your efforts are appreciated. In addition to our faculty, it takes a committed administration and staff to elevate the discourse in classrooms and support a healthy yet challenging environment for our students. From our counseling staff to our administration, I thank you for your efforts to support our students, families, faculty, staff, as well as yours truly. A big thank you to our office staff, Ms. Frias and Mr. Zhang, to Trina in our cafeteria, to our custodial staff. Joining us this afternoon, we also have Ms. Adrienne Rubin, who taught this class as freshmen and joined them for a prom earlier this month, one last time as a chaperone. We are fortunate to have a wonderful and caring faculty and staff. Will all the members of the Eleanor Roosevelt faculty and staff please rise and be recognized? Thank you. Everyone can be seated. Thank you, guys. Appreciate that. And now to our graduates. I'm going to keep this as brief as possible. You did it. Congrats. All right, let's get serious. I want to thank our student speakers, Alexander Reed and Julia Wisniewski, as well as Ms. Legal, all the way from Paris, upside down or upright. And Rebecca Seawright. And I want to thank Starsky, who's who. Thank you, Mr. Sargent, for running a beautiful ceremony so far. Thank you to our musicians, vocalists, and those involved in the video presentations, and all involved in this afternoon's ceremony. Pretty good, huh? And a shout out to our COSA, Ms. Strasser. Before I share my final message with you, I want to take time to recognize the class of 2022 honorees and award winners. Please review your programs for the various members of the class who received special recognition. There's really amazing class here that contributed in so many ways, and they're recognized for that. So when you arrived here 4 years ago, we welcomed you, and I advised you to take advantage of being here, to go out for teams, clubs, and other opportunities. Throughout this tumultuous time, it feels like you did, even with all the challenges that you faced over these 4 years. Last week, it was such a pleasure to see the class enjoying the prom, taking photos on the deck of Maritime Park with one of the most vibrant sunsets you'll ever see. It felt like a blessing. It was also a reminder to stop and enjoy the natural beauty of our world. You then took it to the dance floor and truly represented. The genuine bonds you've made with one another is clear. You like each other, and that is so wonderful to witness. As I got to visit your classes over the years, I was struck this fall in the economics class where you were sharing your personal finance presentations for the near future. Truly an important lesson at any age. You dressed up, you took command of the project, and your presentations that I got to see demonstrated that even though you had been through 2 interrupted years of schooling, you brought passion and purpose to that space. What you and what we experienced over the past school years is unprecedented in our lifetimes. Remember being home day after day, zooming into school to stay connected, to stay sane, and banging pots and pans at 7 p.m. to honor our doctors, nurses, and first responders that worked tirelessly to save lives as New York City took the brunt of the first wave of COVID. I will personally never forget the droning of ambulances in my neighborhood while visiting classes online during our homeschool days. It felt so bleak. At the same time, we persevered, and here we are. We have been through so much, and as the saying goes, adversity builds character. As I look out onto you guys today and your loved ones assembled here this afternoon, I know that you have the character and the resilience to make the next stage of your lives a successful one. So here's some advice. Keep taking advantage of your opportunities. Take care of yourself. Be accepting of yourself, and be accepting of others being themselves. Be the best child, sibling, friend, and colleague to those around you, and be generous with others whenever possible. Strive for what you want and go for it, while being cognizant of how you operate and its impact on others. You've been through a lot over these past 4 years. As you spend time this summer getting ready for what's next, take some time to practice mindfulness in a peaceful place and think about all you've experienced and how it shaped you. I want to thank you for your contributions to our school, from bringing the school together as athletes who represented us on the field of competition. A big shout out to the members of the PSAL champion girls volleyball team from 2018-19, who were freshmen at the time, and to the 2021-22 girls basketball team, who won this year's PSAL championship, coached by Mr. O'Sullivan. To quote Noah, get loud. I'm not going to yell. You guys led that team as seniors. Amazing bookend. Whether you won a championship or not, thank you for being a good teammate to one another and leaving it all on the field. Thank you for taking others under your wing, whether formally as El Rose Sibs or in any capacity. You leave the school community a healthier place than you entered. Not in spite of all you experienced as students, but honestly, because of it. Because of it, we are now truly more inclusive, more equitable, more understanding, more willing to listen, more honest and braver than we've ever been. The work continues for us here, but you, the class of 2022, will be a class that we will always treasure for your spirit, your strength, your faults, your urgency, your activism, your generosity, and all you brought to our community. As your principal, I thank you for making Eleanor Roosevelt High School a better place and wish you happiness and hearty laughs far into your bright futures. Congratulations, class of 2022. And now it's my honor to welcome Mr. Patrick Curran to the stage for a special presentation.
I need my glasses, sorry. Okay. So the Theodore S. Grabowski Memorial Scholarship was created in 2015 to honor the memory of a truly loved member of the Social Studies Department, Mr. Teddy Grabowski. The scholarship is awarded each year to a student who shows exceptional promise in the field of history. This year's recipient entered ERHS with a strong academic ability, abundant curiosity, and most importantly, the desire to improve herself. As she progressed in her academics, she began to not only take her learning outside of the classroom, but also to share her passion for art, history, and women's history with other extracurriculars. As co-president of High School Democrats of America and as a teaching assistant, she demonstrated a remarkable ability to lead by example with her calm, respectful demeanor. This year's recipient will be attending Wesleyan University in the fall, where she plans to pursue a combination of history, art, and art history. It is our esteemed pleasure to represent this year's Theodore S. Grabowski Memorial Scholarship to Ms. Zoe Sonkin. We have the thing at home, so I'm just going to give you this.
Okay, cool.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Well done.
Oh my gosh.
Hello. Writer and educator Eric Booth has defined art as making something you care about. Michael Stoltz, whom this award, the Smyrtle Award, is given in honor of, was Alva's first art teacher, but he was so much more than that. He was an artist, a teacher, an actor, a playwright, a musician, and a kind and thoughtful human being. He recognized the ability of arts education to build trust in one's own capabilities and character. Making things you care about shows an individual what is possible in themselves, in their community, and in the world in which we live. It is my pleasure to announce the recipient of the Smyrtle Music Scholarship for the class of 2022, a young person for whom the act of making things she cares about builds trust in her capabilities, Millie Zeng. Trust is one of the first words that comes to mind when I think of Millie. During her 9th grade year, when I needed a guitarist to supplement concert band in a performance of the music of Queen, I knew that I could trust Millie to learn the part, practice hard, and perform with a professionalism beyond her years. This quiet excellence continued during her time here, whether playing guitar, bass, singing, composing, analyzing music, or playing percussion. In addition to her 4 years of creativity in guitar class, percussion club, and AP Music Theory, Millie was a participant in music making here at 92Y and involved in bands with her friends outside of music class. During her 11th grade year, Millie was selected for this image from over 1,300 submissions as a winner of the New York City Department of Environmental Protection's 35th Annual Water Resources Art and Poetry Contest. This image, entitled "The Future We See," imagines the detrimental effects of plastic on marine life. We are not the only ones who appreciate Millie. Recently, she was selected as the Manhattan recipient of the Council of School Supervisors and Administrators Scholarship, which evaluates the applicant's character and potential for leadership and success. Character, possibility, trust, all qualities underscored by one's participation in the arts and displayed in Millie's creativity, personality, and quiet excellence. Next year, Millie will continue her excellence at Georgia Tech. Congratulations, Millie.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Anderson. I'm Molly Rutledge, one of the visual art teachers. And congrats, Millie. Mr. Anderson and Ms. Ettenheim and I kind of fight about students, and I didn't get to have Millie this year in the art room, but Millie, it was really nice to get to know you. Second floor kind of arts hang, so that's been great. For this next award, this person also happens to be a very talented musician and visual artist, and many, 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 many other things. She's a real-life Renaissance woman. She does it all. kind of similar to Michael Stoltz. Mr. Anderson talked a bit about him, the namesake of the award. I did not know Michael, but I had the chance to watch a past graduation speech. And he said, I love this quote, "Be real and don't be afraid." So easy, right? Just be real and don't be afraid. I feel like I don't do that. But this person seems to do it so effortlessly. I'm just going to say it. I'm so pleased to present the 2022 Smyrtle Arts Scholarship to Cheyenne Booth. To give some examples of Cheyenne's fearlessness in art class, on the last day of school, she just had an entire, 4 tables covered in paper and paint and was like spreading paint around, and I was like, yeah, last minute, you're just making like the biggest thing possible. You're always experimenting, watching videos, teaching yourself new things, teaching me new things. And this only happens when you're not afraid, willing to mess up a little bit to take a risk. Now, when I talked to other teachers, they all said the same thing. She's observant, intellectually curious, respects knowledge, and gets things done. We love that in the art room. We love that in the art room. She's been playing violin for 10 years, knits, makes jewelry, sails, I did not know that one, teaches herself languages, Italian is the most recent one, yeah. Goes on and on and on. Obviously an amazing artist, as you can see on top of all of that. So she makes and does a lot, but she doesn't do it for a grade. Even just to say she's proficient at something. She does it for the sake of understanding herself, understanding others, and understanding the world. She's a SIB, she's a TA. She helped freshmen in lunch with the junior. She's helped a new teacher a lot. She keeps other people in the front of her mind always. Next year, we unfortunately are losing you to the University of St. Andrews, fine, I guess, where she'll be studying art history. So congrats.
Before we start our diploma handouts, we wanted to just take a couple of minutes to honor those behind the scenes. Mr. Anderson, could you come out here for a second? Mr. Anderson's been backstage putting this all together like a beautiful orchestra, from the music to the videos, making sure that everything is run smoothly. So please give him a wonderful round of applause. Also, hiding in the rafters behind that camera back there is Mr. D'Amico, all right? He's on the videos, making sure that all the videos are being played, even if they're upside down. All right. Also, behind the scenes, who's been back here, Ms. Strasser, could you come behind the curtain? Ms. Strasser's been back there making sure everything is running smoothly, making sure everything has its placement, and doing a wonderful job at it. Thank you, Ms. Strasser. Mrs. Strasser. And last but not least, I don't know if this person's going to want to come out here, but Miss Caitlin Corbett, please come from behind the curtain. As she's running away, we know Caitlin's moving on to another position, but we're definitely going to miss her as a staff, as a school, and we're wishing her nothing but the best. And now, the moment you all have been waiting for, at least these people on stage and your parents. Would the advisors of the class of 2022 please join us on stage, starting with Mr. Anderson.
Will the Anderson Advisory please stand up and arrange yourselves in alphabetical order on that side of the hall, please? Ready? Please come on stage as your name is called. Andrew Armour. Mackenzie Bourbon. Jenna Celestin. June Cook Selman. Jasper Falardo. Amrita Harshan. Tyler Kong. Star athlete. Miles Levine. Tommaso Martorella. Paula Meisner. Shayoni Nandi. Abby Job. Falu Njai. Liam Roche. Inez Rubio. Jenna Saren. Maya Stair. Charles Stone. Jordan Weinstein. And Emmy Yan. Thank you.
Sorry, he's a little taller than me. All right, Ms. Bernstein's advisory, please rise.
I know the feeling.
Luke Bayer. Nolan Beatty. Ellery Bergman Chudno. Reese Block. Samantha Capello. Lily Ek-Evuria. Alexa Goldman. Christian Hansen. Tyler Hart. Daniel Henriquez. Leonor Hernandez Curand. Haley Hirsch. Nkang Jang. Angela Meisner. Colin Moore. Amy Eng. Julia Ringelstein. Isabella Rothman. Riley Shapiro. Katerina Tabasso. Melissa Weinstein. Julia Wisniewski. And Angela Zhang.
Will Ms. Corbett's advisory please stand up? Eli Amar. Luke Asman. Leon Benjuya. Sydney Brown. Brandon Campagna. Matthew Capello. Harrison Fince. Sydney Kahn. Sophia Kaufman. Serena Kinney. Zachary Kirschner. Eva Cohn. Jack Lishman. Peter Martin. Sloan Moore. Caitlin Mifsud. Kinley Pomeroy. Elena Purdy. Haley Shapiro. Jordan Small. Jonathan Sonstein.
Will the Fink Advisory please rise? Samuel Abrun. Igor Alexeyev. Simon Baker. Cheyenne Booth. Benjamin Bush. Emma Cook. Annalena Fisher. Sadie Goldstein. Marcus Jorg. Sophie Krejci. Daphne Luzong. Hudson Matarasso. Brian Melendez. Augustina Aurelia. Alexander Reed. Jonathan Rodriguez. Noah Salzman. Vivian Sava. Kate Shapiro. Nathan Sterenbach. Michael Ciolas. Benjamin Weintraub.
Mr. Sergeant's advisory, please stand. Sophia Oluwi. Liana Barnhill Wong. Luca Cangiano O'Leary. Melody Chen. Natalie Hope Cook. Jesse Gabriel. Aiden Hilaire. Elena Jordan. Isaiah Leung. Savik Megan. Ryan McEnroe. Gavin Miller. Christina Predragovic. Georgiana Retsenis. Samantha Rodriguez. Sarah Salzman. Jolie Schwartz. Luca Shapiro. Grace Wang. And Millie Zhang.
So tall. Ms. Shahid's advisory, please stand up. Sana Arif. Olivia Lyra Barrow. Rachel Berman. Isabella Catini. Whitney Cohen. Isaac Dean. Madeline Glowski. Spencer Grossman Smysek. Sterling Gerrans. Rachel Joseph. Lindsay Levine. Sydney Malauer. Emmett McAvoy. Stephanie Mitchell. Claire Polster. Willa Richards. Jagger Rosenthal. Alex Sam. Sophia Seliger. Zoe Sonkin. Robert Joseph Straussman. Jamie Way. Lily Cam Wright. And Madeline Yao.
All right. Would the rest of the class please rise? Okay, start with the tassel on the right. And remember to move it to the left, as by the power invested in me by the state of New York, I now name you graduates of Eleanor Roosevelt High School. Congratulations. And in true Elro fashion, we're going to play you guys out.
so much pain inside. 'Cause baby, it ain't over till it's over. So many years we tried and kept our love alive. 'Cause baby, it ain't over till it's over. It ain't over till it's over, but now it's literally over. On behalf of all of my fellow graduates, I would like to thank our teachers and our administration. They're the best. And all of our families and supporters. Thank you for being here and loving us and supporting us and getting us here. And to my fellow graduates, congratulations, we did it.